Who would win? My ideal plan to record on the same day so that I get sunlight and that's more natural and actually white and not orange. And like, it looks pretty good. Or a rainy day. That's what I was about to say before I saw what's actually happening. Either way, hello, my name is PokerFaceOvat and welcome to This Week in Speedrunning episode 12 in dark mode. Let's see all the interesting stuff that happened last week. I hope the stuff in the background is just making this episode more cozy and not annoying. Going back to our friend DLimes13 for a second, he also has a run for every category and subcategory in the original Metal Gear Solid, all 42 of them. DLimes switched from just runs to world records this week, and it seems most of them are beating other people's times. 11 world records in the span of a week is an amazing accomplishment yet again. Congrats to DLimes once again. Super Mario Sunshine is definitely one of the most optimized. Kurwa, okna mi ciekną. Super Mario Sunshine is definitely one of the most optimized and hard games to master in general. A couple days ago, Guy2308 scored a new any percent world record of 113.25. 113s are fairly new as the first one happened just a month ago. Up to this day, there are only 3 people who have ever held a 113 time. That's the current top 3 of the any percent leaderboard. Guy himself, Nindida and JJSRL. The latest world record from Guy is pretty special as it indicates that a sub 113 run is bound to happen soon, which sounds incredible considered how fresh 113 times are.
Damn. Nice. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. Hey, I'm fucking proud of that. Alright.
Guy was on a 112 pace going into King Boo, a boss in Sirena Beach. They entered the boss fight just 17 minutes before the end of the run. I asked Guy just how hard a 112 would be, and they said one would need to nail all the strats currently used and be very consistent with one's gameplay. The 112 isn't that insanely hard though, as a top player could lose some seconds to RNG and still get it as long as the gameplay is on point. Good luck to Guy on his road to 112 and thanks a lot for answering my questions. Silent Hill 2 saw new world records from Aaron this week in as many as 4 categories. These are new game on any difficulty and normal specifically, as well as NG+, UFO ending and NG+ dog ending. With that, Aaron took the world records held by Punchy by just a couple seconds each. Most notably NG any difficulty with just a single second improvement. I wanted to know how come the difference is so tiny in comparison, as the game takes over half an hour in the fastest category. According to Aaron, there are 2 major things to consider when talking about skips in this game. Aside from that, the game is pretty straightforward, consisting mostly of optimal movement and memorization. The first one is RNG manipulation, or rather the RNG cheat sheet. See, the game has a couple of puzzles and it would be pretty nice to know the solutions right away instead of guessing them. They all depend on the frame you start the game on in the main menu. Every frame has a separate and consistent set of puzzle solutions. The cheat sheet is simply a list of all combinations for the first 100 frames, which works if you start the game in the first 3 seconds as the game runs in 30 FPS. There's also a community tool allowing you to see all the combinations up until thousands of frames if you really wanted to wait in the menu for an hour for some reason. The way you can easily determine which frame you started on is by looking at the clock, as it will show a different time with each of them. The second big thing to consider is definitely the ability to quick save on the PC version of the game. Quick saving in this game is a pretty broken mechanic which allows for a couple skips on its own. One example is the HOTL out of bounds performed about 33 minutes into the run. Another one would be keeping this piece of text on screen by constantly tapping the save button to skip a tutorial in the very beginning of the run. Special thanks to Aaron for answering my questions and good luck on the next runs. I know it might come off as beating someone down, but if you stream your attempts, clips will happen. In case you haven't seen this clip of Ouija yet, you will now. Ouija has been attempting a 16-star world record in Super Mario 64, which currently stands at 14:58 and 90 milliseconds. He was on the world record pace, having killed Bowser, and was about to get the final star and finish the run. Because of this unfortunate jump, he missed the world record and is now in second place, just 641 milliseconds behind the first one. It was still a pretty significant PB as he improved his time by over 5 seconds, which is a lot, game and category considered. Congrats to Ouija on his PB, and we'll hopefully see the world record from him soon. Crash Bash is a game released for the original PlayStation and is considered to be Sony's equivalent of Mario Party. And just as Mario Party, Crash Bash can be speedrun despite being pretty RNG heavy. It's Allied made a new world record of 152.39 in the 1 player any percent no memory manipulation category this week.
Let's go! Let's fucking go, baby! Yeah! Yeah, baby! Fuck yeah! Yes! Fuck!
This time is outstanding. Not only they beat the world record by almost a minute, they also skipped 154 and 153, going straight from a 155.13 to the aforementioned 152. Elite themselves said they do not plan on improving this time as it is incredible. They also mentioned one thing that people might miss if they don't know the game well, is just how unfair it is. The AI will sometimes be noticeably buffed, having increased health for example, which is not very obvious and makes the game way harder. Thanks out to It's Allied for answering my questions. As for marathons, Summer Games Done Quick 2021 is happening this week and will go on Saturday's evening for America and Sunday's morning for Europe. They have raised over $1 million for Doctors Without Borders so far and will probably raise a lot more before the event ends. Compared to some people, I feel like I haven't watched it at all, but I still think I could tell you what I've seen that I consider worth watching. Spyro the Dragon any percent from Dioman had amazing commentary. I obviously saw GTA 3 and KZ did as well as one can expect from him. Polish mini block was really good with Paris Chase being beautifully broken and very well received by the viewers. The second game in this block was Racing Pitch and... No! Stop! Get out of my head. When it comes to things I had planned and missed, I surely need to catch up on Max Payne 2 from MatMat and Penumbra Trilogy from Blood Thunder. And that is all for this week. Thanks out for watching, leave a like if you liked the episode, leave a comment if you have anything to add, subscribe to not miss future episodes every Friday at 8 PM CEST. The show's Twitter is TWI Speedrunning, don't forget to follow it, and DM me there if you have any news from your community. Thanks a lot in advance. From all of us here at This Week in Speedrunning, thank you very much, and see you next week.